This is the Business of Leadership Series Minute with your host, the best-selling author of Don't Buy a Duck and founder of MarketingStrategyHero.com, Derek Champagne.
We've got Peter Winick with us today. He is the founder and CEO of Thought Leadership Leverage. Peter, welcome to the program.
Hi, thanks for having me.
We talk about thought leadership a lot with our agency, with this podcast. You help thought leaders to actually develop their foundational ideas into thriving businesses. And you're an entrepreneurial-minded director who leverages the power of internal and external relationships, accelerating the growth of aspiring thought leaders and exponentially increasing the value of their intellectual property. Tell us a little bit about your background and then kind of what got you to the position that you're in today of helping thought leaders.
Sure. So, I guess my background, I would say earlier in my career, well, probably still the same, very entrepreneurial. So always starting businesses, growing businesses, selling businesses, that kind of thing. And then simultaneously, there was a parallel track that I thought was unrelated or was unrelated for a long period of time where I was just a content junkie, right? Just reading a lot of business books, and way back in the day when there were, really big, thick magazines. If you're under 30, Google Word magazine, right? Fortune and I mean, those Fortune and Forbes and those things still exist today, but Fast Company and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And was always just couldn't get it in fast enough in terms of reading it and understanding it. And because I was in various businesses for myself, had an opportunity to experiment, right? So you read something on leadership or sales or whatever, and you say, I got this little laboratory called my company. Let me go try that out. And so that's those two paths intersected or converged about 15 years ago, 12 years ago, something like that, when I was brought in to be a chief operating officer at a boutique consulting firm for startups and small businesses. And then I did a turnaround for a presentation skills company, which is where I really learned the business side of the content business and realized that I already had some of the business chops. I really love content. Like, hey, this is sort of a cool chocolate and peanut butter for me. And here we are.
Very cool. So walk us through that a little bit. Tell us about some of the steps. I mean, let's talk about what you do with Thought Leadership Leveragers. What does that mean? What are you doing for thought leaders?
Sure. So there's four categories or four buckets that the things that we do fall into for our clients. So number one is strategy, and that to me is critical, because oftentimes what I find are you've got incredibly smart thought leaders, incredibly successful thought leaders, but when you ask them about their business strategy, they don't always have one. And I find that odd because if you walk into your local community and talk to the guy with just opened a local bakery, he's got a business strategy.
Right.
You're brilliant and you were a CEO somewhere and you don't. And what I've come to realize is I think part of that is due to the fact that most folks that wind up sort of in the content thought leadership space, it wasn't necessarily planned or by design. Something happened.
Derek Champagne here. So many exciting things happening in 2019. Join us. Visit DerekChampagne.com.